Hit it, Phil.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Can it be the breeze that fills the trees with rare and magic perfume? Oh, no, it isn't the breeze. It's Jackson time. La-da-da-da.
Well, hello again. This is Buck Benny, and welcome to a Halloween episode of the Jack Benny Show. I hope you're having a great Halloween. This episode is unique, or most remembered, I guess, because it's the very first time that Jack says, "Oh, Rochester." Everything has a first time, right? Well, this is the first time that Jack does that. He does it, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of times after that, but this is the first one with that. This episode is one of those self-contained episodes, no guest stars or anything like that. It does have Ed Beloin, one of the writers, play one of the characters, and Mr. Billingsley. Mr. Billingsley is one of those characters that some people love and some people get annoyed with. I like Mr. Billingsley just because I like Ed Beloin so much, and I love it when Ed Beloin's on. I think I prefer when he's on as like his soda jerk character. I think is funny with Bill Morrow, who's the other writer. Anyway, I think you're in for a treat with this episode, and then of course we have the Fred Allen episode, but back again because we haven't had Fred Allen in a couple weeks, I think, and then I think we're going to close out with a Jack Benny episode again that I think we played for you last week, but it's on here, and apparently when I first recorded this, I had it on there, so I might as well leave it on there, and you can enjoy that. And then after that, we have my original presentations, my original intros, one from 2020, and then one at least from 2010, and one from before that maybe. So you get a few old intros from me. Oh, now I'm getting blurry. I don't know why. I guess that's telling me it's time to go. So we'll see you folks next time. Enjoy.
J-E-L-L-O. The Jell-O program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. The orchestra opens the program with Let's Be Buddies. When the makers of Jell-O introduced this famous gelatin dessert a good many years ago, they made a permanent contribution to the American dinner table. And now they've added another standard item to the national menu in those delicious new Jell-O puddings. Jell-O puddings are ready-prepared puddings that take far less time to make them than the old-fashioned pudding, which required 5 or 6 different ingredients and took half an hour or so to prepare. With Jell-O puddings, all you have to do is add milk and bring to a boil. In about 5 minutes, you pour it into sherbet glasses and set it aside to cool. And there, almost before you know it, you've made the family a swell pudding that tastes truly homemade. A smooth, creamy pudding, as attractive as can be and simply delicious. Jell-O puddings come in the 3 grand old pudding flavors of chocolate, vanilla, and butterscotch. And they're made by the makers of Jell-O, so you know they're good. After this, when you buy Jell-O puddings, too, and enjoy their rich, mellow goodness. Take it from me, friends. There's a treat you'll soon repeat. That was Let's Be Buddies, played by the orchestra. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, last Thursday evening was Halloween, and Jack celebrated by throwing his annual costume party for the Jell-O gang. So this evening, we will turn back the clock. The time, last Thursday night. The place, Jack's home in Beverly Hills. Take it away.
I'll never smile again, hidey-hidey-ho.
Rochester.
I'll never smile again till I get more dough.
Rochester, that's a beautiful song. You don't have to change the lyrics.
Well, I'm trying to get a message across.
Oh, you are? Well, you don't have to put it to music and make an opera out of it. If you want a raise, just come right out and ask me.
I'll never smile again.
Now, cut that out and stop complaining. I'm giving a costume party tonight, and I'm not even dressed yet. Here, help me pull my shirt off.
Okay.
There. Now, hand me that grass skirt.
Oh, boss.
Rochester, hand me that grass skirt. Tonight, I'm going to be a hula girl.
Hula girl?
Yes.
With your rheumatism?
Never mind my rheumatism. I bought this outfit when I was in Honolulu, and I'm going to wear it. Now, pin that gardenia in my hair.
Yes, sir.
Well, what's the matter?
Can't find anything to pin it to.
All right, hang it over my ear. There. Say, that's pretty good. Do I look like a hula girl, Rochester?
I suppose so. I guess they come in all shapes and sizes.
You can never pay me a compliment, can you? Now go out and make those popcorn balls like I told you to.
Yes, sir. Say, boss, how about the cider?
The cider?
Do you want me to put a little jolt in it?
Leave it alone. There's nothing more refreshing than a glass of sweet cider.
Nobody's going to slide down the banister on that.
Rochester, there's going to be a party, not a brawl. Now go tend to your work. And on your way to the kitchen, answer the door.
It's in the opposite direction.
I don't care. Answer it. What do you want me to do, rebuild my house? My goodness. Grass skirt's a little long. I better pull it up.
It's Miss Livingston. Good evening, Miss Livingston.
Hello, Rochester.
Oh, hello, Mary. What do you think of my costume?
Well, I'll be...
What's so funny about me being a hula girl?
Hula girl? I thought you were a haystack with dandruff.
Mary, if I'm a haystack, what am I doing with this gardenia hanging over my ear?
All right, you're a sissy.
I'm not a sissy, I'm a hula girl. Princess Jackamoku. Now, later on, Mary, when the party gets rolling, I want you to ask me to do a native dance.
No kidding. Are you going to dance?
Yeah, I learned it in Honolulu last summer. Get a load of this. It's not the island fair that is calling to me. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Wow, how's that? I sure made my hips move, didn't I, Mary?
Yeah, now move 'em back.
I'll get 'em back, don't worry. Now, Mary, light the candles in those jack-o'-lanterns. I want to put 'em in the window.
Okay.
Say, boss,
What is it?
ain't you cold running around with nothing on but a grass skirt?
No, what makes you think I'm cold?
You got so many goose pimples, you look like a horn toad.
Oh, I'll be all right in a few minutes.
No kidding, Jack. You ought to put something around your shoulders.
Oh.
Well, holy smoke.
What's the matter?
Look at that tattoo on your arm. Grow with Waukegan.
Oh, that. I had it done when I was a young fella. You know, I had a couple of snorts of elderberry wine one night, and I felt very civic. Hand me that pumpkin.
Here you are. Gee, I'll bet you were a devil in those days, eh, Jack?
Was I? You should have known me then, Mary.
I can just see you standing in front of the pool room, the straw hat over one eye and a toothpick in your mouth.
Yeah.
When a girl would pass by, you'd yell, "Hello, chicken, let's fly the coop."
All right, so I used to flirt with the girls.
You'll get one yet, boss.
Rochester, I thought I told you to go out in the kitchen and fix those popcorn balls. And see who that is.
Why don't you put swinging doors in here?
Rochester, this is not a saloon.
Especially with that cider.
Never mind, answer the door.
Okay.
Never saw anybody as lazy as he is. Say, Mary, I forgot to ask you, how's your cold? You know, we missed you on the program last week.
Oh, I'm fine now, Jack. I'll be with you next Sunday.
That's good. Well, look who's here.
Hello, Dennis.
Hello. Well, look at the kid, all dressed up in a Navy uniform. Where'd you get it, Dennis?
My girlfriend goes with a sailor.
Oh, well, that was very sweet of him. You know, Dennis, I used to be in the service myself. Darn it, I wish I could go again.
What can a hula girl do in the Navy?
Oh, stop, will you? I'm not a hula girl.
You could have fooled me.
There you are. I look all right, don't I, Dennis?
Yeah, but if you're a hula dancer, Mr. Benny, don't you think you ought to take your shoes off?
Oh, certainly. Why didn't you tell me, Mary? I can't dance with shoes on. Here, Rochester, help me take them off.
Okay, hold tight.
And incidentally, Mary, you should have worn some kind of a costume yourself.
Well, gee, I didn't know what to wear.
Oh, you could have thought. Rochester, I said take my shoes off.
I'm trying.
Well, pull.
Okay.
There. Now, take the other shoe off. Say, Mary, I got an idea how you can dress. Why don't you go upstairs and put on one of my old suits I used to wear in vaudeville?
Where'll I find it?
They're in the big trunk in my... Thanks. They're in the big trunk in my bedroom. Gee, it feels kind of good to go barefoot.
Look who wants to get in the Navy with those fallen arches.
Mary, I've told you 1,000 times my arches are not fallen.
Then why do you make a footprint like a wedgie?
Because I like to keep up with the style. Now go upstairs and put on one of my old suits and get into the spirit of things.
Okay.
Rochester, don't stand there holding my shoes. Put them away.
Well, the right one's got a lot of those old big $1 bills in it.
Stop making things up. There's nothing in that shoe but an insole.
Green, ain't it?
Put them away. I know exactly how much is in there. Gee, I wish the gang would get here. Say, Dennis,
Yes, please?
what are you going to sing on the program Sunday?
Well, I don't know, Mr. Benny. I haven't picked anything out yet.
Oh. Well, look, Dennis, there's a brand new number out now called Do You Know Why? It's a song that Mary Martin sings to me in my new picture.
The one you made with Fred Allen?
Shut up. And it'll fit you perfectly. Look, there's a copy of it on the piano. Run over it for me, will you?
Okay, Mr. Benny.
And by the way, Dennis, whenever you refer to that picture in the future, just say the one I made with Mary Martin. Leave Fred Allen out of it.
Why?
Because if you don't, I'll put my shoe back on and kick a field goal with a certain young tenor. Understand?
Yeah, 3 points.
Oh, sing. Darn, this gardenia keeps slipping off my ear.
Our love will stay until the cows come home. And then the cows came home. Do you know why? We used to say we'll love this way till Hades freezes over. And then it just froze over. Do you know why? We thought we had a future dancing a jig for us. Do you suppose our little dreams got too big for us? We used to say our love will stay forever and anon. And now forever's gone. Do you know why? Do you know why? We thought we had a future dancing a jig for us. Do you suppose our little dreams got too big for our love will stay forever and anon. And now forever's gone, darling, do you know why? Neither do I.
Very good, Dennis. That'll sound great on the program.
Yeah, I think it'll be swell.
Wonder what's keeping Phil and Don. We want to go out tonight and have some fun.
Say, Mr. Benny, while we're alone, do you mind if I ask you a personal question?
No, what is it?
Well, how come I only got 35 cents for mowing your lawn last week?
What?
I used to get 50. Didn't I do a good job?
Well, of course, Dennis, but you see, 35 cents is the winter rate. The grass doesn't grow as high in the winter.
Oh, that's right.
Certainly.
I'm sorry I mentioned it.
Oh. That's okay.
You're not mad, are you?
No. You had a legitimate complaint. No. Don't hesitate to speak up, Dennis, anytime. And incidentally, I wish you'd watch those... Oh, Rochester.
Yes, boy.
There's someone at the door.
I'm fixing the popcorn.
Answer the door. Now go ahead.
Yes, sir. Doggone, with all this walking, I might as well be a picket.
I never saw anybody that hated doors so.
Hello, Mr. Wilson.
Hello, Rochester. Hi, Jack. Dennis.
Hello, Mr. Wilson.
Say, I thought you'd never... What's that supposed to be, Don? A black costume with white lines all over it.
Why, don't you get it?
No, what are you?
I'm a skeleton.
A skeleton?
Yes, these white lines create the illusion.
Oh, well, those chins cancel it. By the way, Don, how do you like my outfit?
Oh, it's very attractive, Jack, but aren't you afraid of catching cold?
No, I'm all right.
Here I am, fellas. How do I look?
Well, Mary, what are you supposed to be?
A ham. This is one of Jack's old suits from vaudeville.
Yep, I wore that suit in every theater on the Orpheum circuit. Look at those big checks and pearl buttons.
It's a little loud, isn't it, Mr. Benny?
Well, of course, nobody wears a suit that flashy nowadays.
They don't, eh?
No.
Boys, on Central Avenue, we got pallbearers that dress louder than them.
I believe you.
What a suit. Get a load of these cuffs on the sleeves.
Well, it was all the rage. Gee, when I used to walk out on the stage in that outfit, I was a sensation.
What are those red spots all over the suit, Jack?
Those red spots? I don't know.
They tomatoed him in Toledo.
They tomatoed him in Toledo? Now, wait a minute, Mary. That's a fib. When I played Toledo, it was wintertime, and tomatoes were out of season.
You were so bad, they shipped them in.
Listen, Miss Livingston, Toledo was one of my best towns. Well, I used to be a...
Open up in there.
Hey, fellas, there's Bill Harris. Wait till he sees me in this hula costume. Answer the door, Rochester.
Here I go again.
Answer it. Is my gardenia on straight, Mary?
Yes, yes.
Good evening, Mr. Harris.
Hello, Rog. Hiya, fellas.
Hello, Phil.
Hi, Mr. Harris.
And there's Mary. How's your cold, baby?
Oh, a lot better, Phil.
That's swell.
Ahem. Ahem.
Say, who's the old dame in the grass skirt?
Oh, dame, this is me. I'm a Hawaiian princess.
What are you doing later, Toots?
Now cut that out. I wouldn't laugh at anyone else's costume, Phil. What are you made up for in that outfit?
Well, I'm Julius Caesar. You know, the guy that was nuts about Cleopatra.
Julius Caesar?
You know, he was the Roman umpire.
That's emperor. What a dodo. Phil, umpire is what Caesar ruled.
Jack, that's empire.
Don, a skeleton should be seen and not heard. Phil, I gather that you're studying ancient history now. You know, Mary, Phil goes to night school. He's trying to broaden his mind.
You ought to clean it up, too.
You said it.
All right, Mary, all right. You don't have to get derogatory.
There he goes with derogatory again. He learns one big word in night school, and he's going to run it right out of the dictionary. Say, Don, are you going to...
Hey, fellas, you know who wrote the first American dictionary? Noah Webster.
All right, Phil, we know that.
Jack, I'm getting hungry. When are we going to eat?
Pretty soon now. All right, Rochester, let's get things rolling around here. Serve the refreshments.
Okay. Will you have a glass of sweet cider, Miss Livingston?
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Dave, Mr. Wilson?
Thanks.
Thanks, Rochester.
How about you, Mr. Harris? Will you have a glass of sweet cider?
Absolutely not.
I would have bet on that.
Rochester, no comments. Now pass that lovely tray of hors d'oeuvres.
The what?
The hors d'oeuvres.
You mean them little things you eat and you ain't at nothing?
Yes, just pass the tray. How's the cider, Dennis?
Whoopee!
Boy, what an imagination.
One more drink and he'll go out and get tattooed.
Yeah. Now, Dennis, get up off the floor and uncross your eyes. Showing off on sweet cider yet.
Pass the olives, will you, Phil?
Here you are. Gee, you look cute in that outfit, Mary. Where'd you get the suit?
This is the one Jack used to wear in vaudeville.
Yes, sir. I wore that suit in every theater in the country.
Hey, Jack, look what I found in the pocket, an old program.
No kidding.
Yeah, from the Globe Theater, Kansas City, Mo.
Oh, yeah.
Who was Mo?
The manager, wise guy. Who was Mo? The Globe Theater, eh?
You were the headliner, weren't you, Jack?
I sure was. Who was on the bill that week, Mary?
Here it is. Swain's Cats and Rats, Fink's Mules, Howard's Elephants,
Uh-huh.
Finnegan's Fleas, and Jack Benny.
Oh, yes. I never will forget that week. I felt like Frank Buck. Well, let's have something to eat, then we can go out later and have some fun.
Yeah, I want to ring doorbells and run like the Dickens.
Don, control yourself. Oh, Rochester,
Yes, boss?
did you invite Mr. Billingsley, our boarder, to come down and join the party?
You shouldn't have let him come down here, boss. I think he's cuckoo.
Oh, you always think that. What's he done now?
Remember that coil of rope he brought up to his room the other day?
A coil of rope? Yes.
Well, he's sitting on the floor playing a flute to it.
Oh. Well, why didn't you take the rope away from him?
I tried to, and it hissed at me.
Oh, stop dreaming things up. And ask Mr. Billingsley to come down here.
Hey, Jack, look what else I found in your coat.
What?
It's a letter from an old girl of yours.
An old girl?
Yes, it's signed Loopy.
Oh, Loopy Herman. Oh, yeah, from Upper Sandusky.
Gee whiz, it's written way back in 1911.
Yeah, oh, boy, she was pretty.
What does she say, Mary?
Now, Mary, don't you dare read that letter. It's personal.
My own sweet Jack.
Mary.
Oh, be a sport, Jackson. Let her alone.
Oh.
My own sweet Jack. I have written and written, but so far have not received an answer. When am I going to hear from you?
What?
Use the dame's illiterate.
Oh, fine. 1 week in night school, and he's a critic.
Get this, fellas.
Now, Mary.
I'll never forget the first time we met in front of the Cameo Theater. Our meeting was very romantic, although I liked to die when you whistled at me and yelled, "Hello, chicken, let's fly the coop."
Give me that letter.
Papa's afraid for me to marry you because he does not like actors. But if you still want me, I'm the apple in your eye, like what you said.
Girls were silly in those days. Now, give me that letter.
P.S. I forgot to tell you, a horse ran away with me last Tuesday. I wished it was used.
Mary, give me that letter or tear it up.
Why, Jackson, I can't understand you going out with a dame that ignorant.
Phil, you were spelling Harris with one R up to last week. You're never right.
Now, wait a minute, Jack. Phil may not be so hot in English or history, but he's not so dumb.
Oh, yeah?
You just don't understand him, that's all.
I don't understand him.
No.
Atta girl, Mary.
Come here, Phil. I want to tell you something.
What is it, kid?
Well, listen to this. You know, Phil, I'm critical and analytical where you're concerned. I've learned just what you're all about.
You mean, Mary, that you think you've really got me figured out?
I think so. You're kind of slow at working out puzzle or trick. But when it comes to love, you catch on quick.
But look, Mary, I'm only wasting time at bridge. I don't seem to click.
But when it comes to love, you catch on quick.
Well, there's a lot of other things I know. I'm kind of
Yeah?
sharp.
Where's Alaska?
Alaska's right up.
When is Christmas?
Christmas is the 20th.
Who was Lincoln?
Oh, I'll bet you I'm wrong, whatever I'm thinking.
You're not a whiz at any quiz. Your mind just won't tick. But when it comes to love, you catch on quick.
Well, ask me something else. Go ahead. Now ask me something.
You don't know what it's all about when you wave that stick.
Well, the stick. But when it comes to love, I catch on quick.
And even though you have a band, you can't play a lick.
Maybe not, honey. But when it comes to smooging, I catch on quick. Ask me something about music,
All
will
right,
you?
Phil.
Anything.
What's the downbeat?
A downbeat is when you bring up,
What's the half note?
that little round thing.
Ah, what's a ballad?
I'll bet you it's something that comes with a salad.
You couldn't find your way around with shovel or pick.
But when it comes to love, we catch on quick.
Yes, sir. Say, that's cute. You know, hey, Don, come here a minute. I've got something I want to tell you.
What is it, Jack?
Listen. You're kind of slow at playing golf with spoon or niblick. But when it comes to food, you catch on quick. Yeah.
I'm not so good at outdoor sports. I don't seem to click. But when it comes to food, I catch on quick.
You sure do, Don. Hey, listen. What's strawberry?
Delish.
What's raspberry?
Katish.
What is Jello?
It's easy to make, boy, and it tastes swell, oh.
You're not a whiz at any quiz. Your mind just won't tick.
But when it comes to food, I catch on quick.
And he means Jello. When it comes to food, we catch on quick. Hey, that was great. We ought to sing that Sunday, Don. Make a note of it, will you, Mary?
Let me do it. I'm practicing writing.
All right, Phil, all right. You can do it. Well, it's Mr. Billingsley. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Benny. Entertaining your friends, I see.
Yes. Yes, won't you join us?
No, thank you. I was just going out.
That's too bad. Say, that's quite an outfit you're wearing.
Yes, I'm Napoleon.
Well, there's nothing like dressing up on Halloween.
Oh, is this Halloween? Goodbye.
I wish he wouldn't drag that halibut across my rug. Hey, fellas, what do we do now?
Let's go out and ring doorbell.
Okay.
If I hear another doorbell, I'll scream.
Too bad about you.
Come on, fellas, let's go.
Now, wait a minute. Mary wants me to do my hula dance, don't you, Mary?
Yeah, I can hardly wait.
Hey, Don, get a load of this. I learned it in Honolulu. Say, Rochester, get your guitar.
Here it is on the piano.
I want a little hula music for atmosphere. Do you know a little brown girl?
Millions of them.
I mean the song. Now, come on.
Oh, Jack, you're not going to dance with that cigar in your mouth.
Joe Frisco does. Come on, Rochester. 1, 2. It's not the island fair that is calling to me. Dum dum da dum 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 da 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 da
Let
dum.
the boy wiggle.
Da da dum dum bum ba bum bum bum.
Oh, Jack.
Bum,
Jack, stop.
Da 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 dum
Jack,
bum.
stop. Your grass skirt's on fire from your cigar.
Da da. Oh my goodness! Look at the smoke. Hey, put me out! Put me out!
Phil, throw some water on him.
Throw the cider. It's no good anyway.
Well, do something. Oh, my eye. I can't see out of my right eye. I'm blind.
That's your gardenia. Pull it up.
Oh, yeah. Well, somebody do something. I'm getting hot.
I'll get some water out of the kitchen.
I can't wait for that. Open that door. I'm going to dive in the swimming pool. Gangway.
Hey, boss, come back.
What's the matter, Rochester?
I just drained all the water out of the pool.
My goodness, he's out on the diving board.
Here I go. Whee! Yikes! Jeepers creepers, I'm going to kill somebody. Rochester! Rochester!
Have you ever noticed, ladies and gentlemen, that very often when folks sit down to dinner, the first thing they think of is the last part of the meal? What's for dessert is the way they usually phrase it. And the quickest, most satisfactory answer, of course, is Jell-O. For example, there's that grand new Jell-O recipe, raspberry banana dessert, as simple to make as ABC and downright swell. Just make up a package of raspberry Jell-O as you usually do. Chill until slightly thickened and fold in one banana sliced. Then mold and serve plain or with whipped cream. You'll say it's one of the finest desserts you ever tasted. You really will. For raspberry Jell-O, like strawberry Jell-O, now has a new, improved flavor obtained by using a natural flavor base artificially enhanced, which gives raspberry Jell-O its distinctive goodness. Enjoy it tomorrow in Jell-O's new raspberry banana dessert, a tempting combination of creamy sliced bananas and rich crimson raspberry Jell-O.
Well, folks, that's what happened at my house on Halloween night.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for this week's program, we bring you that flat-headed comedian, Jack Benny.
It's too late now, Don. Good night, folks.
J-E-L-L-O. The right to vote is your priceless heritage as an American citizen. Be sure to go to the polls and cast your ballot on National Election Day, Tuesday, November 5th.
News for thrifty housewives. Log cabin syrup for less money. Popular table size, not more than 18 cents in most stores. Ask your grocer about his new low price. Remember, same luscious log cabin syrup. Same high quality, same mellow flavor. Only the price is changed. Tomorrow, buy log cabin syrup at the new low price. The lowest in history.
Hello again. This is Buck Benny speaking. Welcome to another Friday with the Fred Allen Show. This episode from 70 years ago this week. It's kind of neat how it mentions the elections at the beginning of the episode, and we just had our elections. I just love having the shows from the same time of year that we're going through. Just a fantastic episode tonight. I really enjoyed it. I hope you do too. They're going to be... There's just, the end is a fun skit with, featuring Kenny Baker as the lead character, and the narrator is Fred Allen, of course, and it's funny and entertaining, and satirical, and it's about a guy trying to get to a football game, and so I found these great, fantastic pictures from Life magazine of ads that Fred Allen did, not really for this season, but for next season, but it was still for Texaco. And so they talk about the war and things, which of course isn't going on yet in our season, but it is next season. But I decided I would go ahead and I'm going to put one of these up each week, connected to the episode, so that you guys can see these wonderful pictures. And this one is of Fred Allen in a football jersey. And I just thought, what a great one to use when the skit in the episode is about football and that sort of thing. So you've got this great picture. If you're on over on iTunes, you can just click. If you go search for me on iTunes, you can type in Buck Benny or Jack Benny, and you'll find me on iTunes. And then click on where it says website, and that'll connect you to my website. And or if you're on Google, just type in either Buck Benny or type in Jack Benny Podcast, and it'll connect you right up. Find my website. It's the top one on the list for Jack Benny Podcast, which is pretty cool. Anyway, back to Fred Allen. Kenny Baker on this is just bringing a lot to these shows. I'm really enjoying him. It's fun to hear him in this part that he has on this episode, and it's just fun to hear him featured so much. And I'm just really enjoying Kenny Baker, and I haven't talked much about Kenny this season, and he's wonderful on the show. Alan Reed, who plays Fred Flintstone in the Flintstones, and also is Falstaff Openshaw, later on in the Fred Allen series, just plays so many parts. He's like Fred's Mel Blanc, and just does a brilliant job in all the roles he does on the Fred Allen show. And for Fred himself, I mean, the ad-libbing that you hear, just you can see his mind working. It's just amazing. And the satire and there just really was nobody like him in radio. No, I don't even know if there's anybody really like him today. I mean, it's just an amazing study in comedy and in writing to listen to these shows. Today's subject that I really like this round table that they do. That's kind of like the later on the Allen's Alley, but of course this is before Allen's Alley existed, and this is with real people, and so you get to hear their opinions on things, and it's just the way Allen reacts to them in the same way as Groucho Marx reacts to working with real people. It's just a lot of fun, and there's a real respect from him, and yet a playfulness that comes from Fred Allen that's just really nice to see. And I like how the subject matter tonight, so much of the subject matter carries over and it applies to today. In this case, it's about newsreels, and how in the newsreels at this time 70 years ago, people started to boo and hiss when somebody would come on the newsreel that they didn't like a politician they didn't like, or a world leader. I assume when Hitler comes on, when they're showing anything about Hitler, there's probably boos and hisses. And then there's cheers when, FDR comes on and that sort of thing. Pretty amazing. And then they talk about whether that's appropriate or not appropriate. And I just think of today, we don't have the newsreels anymore, but shoot, people are in the actual movie, of course, are yelling at the screen and making jokes and saying things, and it's like, okay, is that okay to do or not okay? Everybody, people pay money. My son and I had a discussion about it tonight, and he was saying that he thought if you paid your money, you should be able to hear it in quiet so you can hear the film. And I thought that was pretty good from a 10-year-old to just say that, everybody paid their money, they all deserve to hear it, and they can think whatever thoughts they want, but they don't have to share them out loud. And I thought, that's pretty good. Anyway, brilliant episode of Fred Allen. Check in the podcast every week for every Friday. For the next 10 weeks, we'll have fantastic pictures of Fred from Life magazine, from the Texaco ads. They're really fun to look at. Everyone's different. And like I say, tonight's will be the football player ad. I also found some great pictures in Life to use for the, for the big show that we'll be starting to run next week on a weekly basis. And we'll make sure we use some of those great Fred Allen pictures I have from around the same time frame, from 1949, which is just 1 year before the big show. So, anyway, enjoy Fred Allen, and we'll catch you tomorrow for some Gunsmoke and some Jimmy Stewart in the 6-shooter. It's going to be a nice Western day tomorrow. I hope you caught Fibber earlier, and of course last night's Jack Benny was great. Dimension X this last on Wednesday with L. Ron Hubbard was the writer. Pretty amazing stuff this week. Also, if you tune back to last Sunday when we had Meet the Press, one with Richard Nixon and one with John Kennedy. Just been a powerful week, and I hope you've enjoyed everything. Sorry I couldn't do more podcasts throughout the week, but that's the way it goes. See you next time.
Name wasn't on any ballot. You didn't have to go to the polls and vote for him yesterday, but he's in again regardless. He's Fred Allen in person.
Thank you, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And now that you've started the program, Jimmy, why, don't you think you'd better go and lie down for a little while?
Lie down? Why, Fred?
Well, you seem a wee bit tired tonight, James. You look like a before-drinking Sanker ad, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Well, I didn't get much sleep last night, Fred. You see, I was up all night listening to those election returns.
You didn't get mixed up in that mob in Times Square, did you?
No. I hear Times Square was jammed, though.
I was down there, Jimmy. It was terrible.
What?
The mob was awful. I was going down 7th Avenue. I got pushed into Sloppy Joe's and squeezed 3 pineapples before I got out of there. I forgot what he was selling for a minute. That would be the height of contrast, wouldn't it? The well-dressed man stepping out of Sloppy Joe's. But the crowd was really terrible. You know, crossing 46th Street, I buttoned my overcoat, and when I got home, I had 3 guys in there with me. I didn't mind the guys, but when they started playing Clabriage and the dealer was hitting me in the ribs, then I got mad.
Say, Mr. Allen.
Oh, hello, Kenny.
Hello, and can I see you a minute?
Now, look, Kenny, if it's about your Buck Rogers disintegrator, you can't shoot it off during the show. That's final.
No, this is something else. It's about the program.
Well, what about the program?
Well, I had a letter from my grandfather this morning.
Well, doesn't your grandfather like our show?
Gramp hasn't heard it yet.
He hasn't heard? Well, why not?
Well, Gramp sits by the radio and dozes off.
Mm-hmm.
He says the whistle and the bell at the beginning of the show give him a start.
Yeah?
But then he goes right back to sleep again. So I was thinking...
Yeah?
Well, maybe if you could blow the whistle again...
It would wake your grandfather up?
Yes, he's probably asleep right now.
Well, I'll get the sound man. Say, Ray, could we have that siren and bell again? There you are, Kenny. That ought to wake up the old boy.
Gosh, Mr. Allen, I don't know. Gramp's a pretty heavy sleeper.
Let's go, Ray. How is that?
Let's have one more, just in...
Wait a minute. Hold it, Ray. There's the phone, Kenny.
I'll answer it. Hello? Oh, fine. Okay. Gramps awake, Mr. Allen.
Well, let's go. Before Kenny's grandfather dozes off again, we turn to the latest news of the week. The Texaco News presents The World on Parade. New York City, New York. National Hobby Museum opens its exhibition at the new club rooms in London Terrace. Unusual collector's items from costume fleas to election torches draw interest of many visitors and members of the Hobby Guild of America. To get cross-section of hobby trend today, Texaco News interviews several little-known people who have most unusual hobbies. First, Mr. Wallaboo Crumb. Now, Mr. Crumb.
I was on Hobby Lobby. Does that make any difference?
No, Mr. Crumb.
I thought it might be opposition or something.
No, it's perfectly all right.
Sometimes they make a kick.
Well, I know.
My wife was on We the People. They bought her on a Goodwill court.
Well, no.
I like to make a clean breast of a thing. I was on Hobby Lobby. I come right out and say so.
Well, fine.
Yeah, some people I know could be on Hobby Lobby every night and come up here sly as you please and try to get away with it, but not me.
Well, that's very
I
nice.
speak my mind. And I got a hole in my head to prove it.
Good. Not that one you're talking through. Well, quiet, please. What business are you in, Mr. Crumb?
I'm an assistant mortician in a sardine factory.
An assistant mortician?
Yeah, after the mortician lays out the sardines in the cans, I look in and make sure they're all facing the same way.
Well, rather depressing work, isn't it?
Oh, it gives me the dismals.
Really?
Them little sardines looking up at me looking down at them.
Well, try to control yourself, Mr. Crumb. You're forgetting your hobby.
Well, I can't help it. I get to thinking about them little sardines looking up at me looking down at them.
Well, I know.
Gives me the dismals.
Well, the dismals may be your sideline, Mr. Crumb, but what is your hobby?
Oh, yeah. Well, my hobby is not having no hobby.
Your hobby? Not having a hobby, huh?
Yeah, some men have stamp collections. Waste all their time pasting stamps in the books.
I know.
What do they got when they're through? A dry tongue and sticky fingers.
Yes, you've got...
Other men collect autographs, buy toy trains, save campaign buttons. To me, it's a waste of time.
And that is why?
My hobby is not having no hobby.
Well, what do you do with your spare time?
Well, I can't do nothing.
Why not, Mr. Crumb?
I'm always mooning.
Well, why should you moon?
I get to thinking about them little sardines looking up at me looking down at them.
This is where I came in.
Gives me the dismals.
Well, they're not catching, fortunately, and thank you, Wallaboo Crumb. An enthusiastic hobbyist is Turlton Sluice. And your hobby, Tarleton it is, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. And your hobby, Tarleton?
Oh, I've had so many hobbies.
You started young, did you?
Mm-hmm. As a baby, my hobby was opening safety pins.
Really?
Yes, I had lumbago when I was 2.
Well, of course, if you leave things undone, you've got to pay the penalty, Tarleton. Did you have a hobby at school?
Mm-hmm. I saved spitballs. At high school, I pinned butterflies. You know, people used to come from miles around and say, Tarleton, let us see your butterflies.
And would you?
Well, it depended on my mood. At college, I went in for another hobby.
What was that?
I started saving turtlenecks from old sweaters.
Turtlenecks?
Sarongs for Adam's apples.
They are. Well, I must say that you have had some mighty interesting hobbies, Tarleton.
Mm-hmm. I once combed every tree in Jersey City for birds' nests.
You collected birds' nests?
At one time, I owned every bird's nest in Jersey City.
You did?
Yes, if a bird wanted to lay an egg in Jersey City, it had to come to me.
Well, you didn't abuse this power, Tarleton.
My window was ever open to a feathered friend about to.
You would egg him on. And now that you are getting on in years, Tarleton, do you still have a hobby?
Oh, yes, indeed. Today, my hobby is mounting moose ends.
Moose ends?
Yes. Everybody mounts moose heads. I started collecting in reverse.
Well, your trophies must be a sight.
Oh, my study is simply exotic. 20 moose ends mounted on the walls.
Imagine.
To open the door is to feel one is overtaking a herd.
Frank Buck returning home at sundown.
I turn on the electric fan in my study. 20 tails wag in the breeze. It's drafty, but it's home.
Well, home because there is no place like it, and thank you, Mr. Tarleton Sluice. A young lady who has the only hobby of its kind ever listed in the annals of hobbydom is Miss Kismet Biddle. Now, Kismet, what about your hobby?
My hobby is humiliating cows.
Humiliating cows?
Yeah. A cow once done something I didn't like, and I took a note to myself then and there I'd get even.
And?
I've been humiliating cows ever since.
Well, what did this first cow do to provoke your eternal venom, Kismet?
That, mister, is between me and that cow. I'll go on humiliating cows till the cows come home.
And when the cows come home?
I'll humiliate them.
Well, how do you practice this unorthodox hobby?
Well, say I'm at the rodeo.
Yeah.
A cow walks over to the box where I'm sitting.
Yeah?
I lean over and give her a dirty look. The cow gets it, blushes, and scrams.
Nasty, I must say. You didn't snub Elsie the cow at the World's Fair this summer, did you?
That one, I give it to her good.
Well, how did you humiliate Elsie?
Every day at milking time, I'm there.
Yeah?
When Elsie gets off the pail, she's standing there bowing and mooing. Yeah. You'd think she was given whipped cream.
And you?
I pull out a can of condensed milk to show Elsie she ain't indispensable.
That Kismet Biddle is positively cruel.
Well, can I help it? It's me hobby. I got the whole thing in a poem.
Oh, an anti-bovine dactyl that you've written? A cow poem?
Yeah.
How does it go?
I hate one thing, and it's a cow. It's wrong to hate, I will allow. I love all else, but still somehow I hate one thing, and it's a cow.
Lovely.
A cow gives man its milk and hide, its hoofs for glue, its meat inside. It gives its calves to man for veal. Still, how I hate that horn schlemiel. I hate a cow by any name. Holstein, Jersey, it's all the same. Over my eyes, you ain't pulling the wool. I hate a cow, and that's no bull.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Baker, whose hobby is well known to us all, lobbies for his hobby with trade winds. Thank you. That was swell, Kenny. Say, Jimmy, have you got a minute?
What do you want, Fred?
About 20 seconds of it.
All right.
It's about my aunt up in Boston. Now, she has my interest at heart, and she sent me a joke to use on the program.
Are you going to tell it?
Well, I'm not sure whether I should, Jimmy. Now, would you mind listening to it and giving me your opinion?
Well, gee, Fred.
Well, I knew you'd be happy to do it. Now, here's the joke. Quote, 2 flute players met on the street. One flute player says to the other flute player, highfalutin, unquote. Well, James, what is your honest opinion?
Look, Fred, do you mind if I just go ahead and read my
Now,
commercial?
don't evade the issue. What do you think of my aunt's joke? This means a lot. She might go in for writing and turn up with Cantor in later life.
Well, to tell the truth, Fred, I'd call that a dud.
You're a hard man, Wallington.
Well, regardless, it's the truth. When a gag doesn't quite go off, doesn't get a big laugh, it's a dud.
Al Goodman and his orchestra, every man a virtuoso, have just played Who from the pronoun of the same name. And now, ladies and... Goodman's laughing. He knows what a pronoun is. It's showing off. And now he thinks it's a noun that's for something, a pronoun. Well, and now, and quiet. Oh, please, we've got so much entertainment. It's chock full here. And now, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, Mr. Allen.
Well. Hello, Portland. Comment allez-vous?
Très bien. Et vous?
Hey, I didn't know that you spoke French, Portland.
Mais oui.
Well, je suis un uncle du monkey. How much French do you know?
Only enough to answer anything you can say.
You poor kid, linguistically. Where did you... Yeah? You thinking of something you're going to say, huh?
No.
If you are, say it. It might help. Where did you learn to speak French, Portland?
From my cousin. He's helping tear down the French pavilion at the World's Fair.
Oh, he's picking it up over there, hey? Well, I wondered why you were speaking a broken French. I speak the pure second-year night school. The patois of classroom 2.
Are you going to night school again?
Oh, I have to. I borrowed a lantern. I've been going every night. I'm on information. Quiet. I'm on information, please. A week from next Friday. I've got to brush up. Gosh.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh boy! Wait till Jack Benny hears about that.
Oh yeah. Benny can't even get with the quiz kids.
You mean Jack is unsmart?
Look, his head is just something that keeps his neck from coiling down into his collar. Benny's IQ is lower than a ferret's habitat. Where's Goodman laughing at that? You see, habitat he can't handle. He's strictly a pronoun man. A who man?
Did you hear what Jack said about his new picture?
His new picture? I'm in that picture, don't forget.
Jack called up the director.
Yes, I know. He called up Mark Sandwich to try and get first billing. First billing, and I'm in the picture. Why, that's like Gene Autry's horse calling up and wanting to be billed ahead of Gene.
But why shouldn't Jack's name
name come first?
Now, look, if Benny has any brains, my name will come before his.
Why?
Well, if my name is first and Benny's is second, Benny's relatives, who read from right to left, will think he's the... Well, don't bother with it. Why, you're mastering one language at a time. Well, come in. Come in.
Mr. Allen?
I thought there were two of you. I said come in twice. Excuse me. Yes?
I am here on a mission of great importance.
Now, look, son, here's $1. I'm very busy.
Put that filthy lucre back in your stocking, Allen. I don't want your tainted pelf.
What do you want?
Time.
Time?
Yes. Madame Lazonga was here last month. You gave her a minute.
And you, too, want a minute at my microphone?
Yes. I, too, have an important message.
All right, I'll introduce you. Who are you, sir?
I am the man who first said, begin the beginning.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yes.
I'll introduce you. Stand by, America. Here is a vital message. 2 years ago, this man here at our microphone tonight said, begin the begin. Tonight he says...
Stop it!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's what I said.
Oh, so that's what I heard it. Adieu.
Yeah. This place, I don't know what it is. This place seems to attract people who have been liquidated mentally. Well, now, Portland, what about our guest?
Tonight, you present Major Bow's Amateur of the Month.
Well, so I do. We welcome a young lady who appeared on Major Bow's program October, I almost coined a month there. October 17th. Tonight, through the Major's kind assistance, it is our pleasure to present for her professional radio debut, Miss Carla Thompson. Good evening, Carla.
Good evening, Mr. Allen.
Now, before we start, may I compliment you on your swell performance on the Major's program.
Thank you.
Tell me, Carla, how does it feel to be coming out professionally? To know that tonight the first Social Security payment will be deducted from your first salary.
I'm a little excited, naturally.
Hey, would you like to have me tremble a little so we'll have something in common?
No, I'll be all right, I hope.
Fine. Now, first, where is your home, Carla?
I live in Crown Heights.
And where is Crown Heights?
It's in Brooklyn.
It's in Brooklyn, really? I don't know who is ever at home in Brooklyn listening to radio programs. Anytime you mention Brooklyn, the house falls down. Everybody from Brooklyn is around in all the studios. Well, isn't Crown Heights rather a hi-hat name for a section of Brooklyn, Carla?
Oh, I don't think so.
You don't?
Some parts of Brooklyn are very nice.
Well, perhaps I've never gotten far enough into the interior. Tell me, Carla, how old are you?
I'm just 20.
Sweet 16 and 4 to carry, huh? And how long have you been studying singing?
I've never really studied, but I've been singing since I was 7 years old.
Well, isn't that odd? I started at 8. I was singing bass in the kindergarten glee club. The Mester Singers. But how did you come to get interested in singing so young? The stork didn't bring you wrapped up in an orchestration, did he?
No, Mr. Allen. My mother plays the piano. She's taught me all I know.
Well, that makes your talent all the more remarkable. But tell me now, Carla, where did you first start singing at 7? You weren't in the floor show at Child's.
No, I sang mostly at church festivals and charity affairs.
You were a little her singing hymns, huh? Well, as you grew older, were you interested in classical music or swing?
I've concentrated on popular songs.
Yeah.
I guess I'm what you call a torch singer.
An incendiary contralto, hey? Say, do you know where the expression to carry the torch originated, Carla?
No, I don't.
Would you want to say that again? I didn't quite hear you.
No, I don't.
Thank you. Well, would you like to have me tell you how the expression to carry the torch came about?
Yes, I'd love to know.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Pull up an E flat and sit down. Well, up in Booth Bay Harbor, Maine, many years ago, caller, there lived a beautiful girl named Madeline who ran a lighthouse. A lighthouse. Matches hadn't been invented in those days, and every evening Madeline had to go down to the village, light an old broom she had soaked in oil, and come back to the lighthouse and light the lamp. A young lobster pot designer fell in love with Madeline, and every night when she came down to the village to get a light, he'd walk her back to the lighthouse. He expected to marry her, but Madeline finally eloped with the purser on a catboat. Her lover hoped that someday she'd come back, and every night he kindled the old broom, walked out to the lighthouse alone, and lit the light so she'd know. People up in Booth Bay, seeing the boy go by night after night with his flaming broom, used to say he's still carrying the torch for Madeline. And that's how the saying started.
That's very interesting.
Well, thank you, but I don't believe that came from the soul, caller. But tell me, what have you been doing while you've been waiting for your ship to come in?
I've taken odd jobs from time to time, and I've studied at the National Youth Administration Radio Workshop.
The radio workshop is supported by the government, isn't it?
That's right.
Well, I know Mr. Stanley Stevens, the director of the Youth Administration Workshop, and he's doing some excellent work developing fine, new, young talent. But tell me now, Carla, how did you come to appear on Major Bowes' program?
Well, so many boys and girls have gotten their opportunities through Major Bowes. I thought I might have a chance to make good, too.
Well, Major Bowes and I think you have an excellent chance, Carla, and we wish you every success.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Carla, for this pleasant little chat tonight. And what song would you like to sing for us?
Bulls Rush In.
Mr. Goodman, if you will. Thank you. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest tonight. The Eskimo consul here in New York City has sent us, or loaned us rather, the official Eskimo Gallup weatherman, Bazook of the North, who will give us a short talk on Arctic weather conditions. I give you then Bazook.
Ogilvy in Unsewater, Motorsi on a Hope Mush.
I'm sorry, Bud, but that North Pole double talk doesn't go here. Can you couch your remarks in plain everyday American? That's what I thought. Well, I mean, it's too bad, buddy, but we're not getting anyplace. You especially. Say, isn't there someone here who can translate Eskimo?
Oh, yes, I can, Fred.
You speak Eskimo, Jimmy?
Like an igloo.
You do? Yeah, we won't hear much out of you tonight, then, will we? Well, we are certainly lucky. What is this fellow trying to tell me, Bazook, here?
Yeah, well, he's saying that chill fall weather is here and winter cold ahead. And something should be done if you want fast starts. This is Mr. and Mrs. Average Man's Roundtable, where three persons selected from our studio audience are invited to give their opinions on a question that concerns some prominent issue of the day. This little session is entirely unrehearsed. Fred takes his place at the round table where he meets his fellow debaters for the first time. Are you ready, Fred?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Jimmy. At Portland, will kindly introduce the first member of our board.
Yes, Mr. Henry Ephron from New York City.
Well, good evening, Mr. Ephron.
Good evening, Mr. Allen.
May I ask your profession?
I'm a stage manager, Mr. Allen.
Stage manager?
Yes.
With some show current in New York, or are you at Liberty?
No, I'm not at Liberty,
Fortunately for you.
I'm with George Washington Slept here at the Lyceum Theater.
George Washington slept here? You're making up the bed down there for children? Well, I want to tell you, that's at the Lyceum, isn't it? I want to tell you, I saw the show last week, Mr. Ephron, and it really is a fine comedy. There are a million laughs in it, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. Tell me, I wanted to ask you, as stage manager, you have charge of the sound effects there, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Could you tell me how you get that effect with the boring the well for the water in the yard outside the house? How do they do that?
Oh, we get it very simply. We got the idea from George Kaufman. He said we should drill a well every night backstage, and when we strike oil, we'll close the show and quit.
Well, that's a good idea, but you have to find a Texaco show in there when you strike oil. So I don't know whether that would be the solution. But I really, Mr. Efren, and you can thank Mr. Kaufman for a very pleasant evening. I enjoyed it. I was sitting next to me there. There were two people from California, I guess, a man and his wife. And in the second act, where you had that rain effect, that was you up there, I imagine, running it down, running with a hot water bag up and down. But when this rain started to come down, this lady from California turned to her husband and said, "Look, Phil, there's that stuff we saw at Boulder Dam." But thanks a lot, Mr. Efren. And now, Portland.
Mrs. Irma Bonney from New York City.
Well, good evening, Mrs. Bonney. Miss Bonney or Mrs. Bonney?
Mrs. Bonney.
Well, I never know it, Mrs. Bonney.
Thank you.
Tell me, are you engaged in business here in New York, or do you live here?
Yes, I am, Mr. Allen.
In business
I
here?
own the Spanish Language Center of New York.
Spanish Language Center? What is that, a Spanish school?
We teach Spanish, we translate Spanish, we do Spanish recordings for moving pictures that are being sent to South America.
Do you really?
We also do Spanish publicity for artists going to South America.
You don't cook Spanish omelets up there?
Not yet.
Sideline, do you?
No.
You don't, huh? Well, I imagine with the friendly spirit that is motivating the South American countries and our own country, that there must be a great interest in Spanish at the moment.
There is a tremendous interest because, of course, as you have just said, the commercial relations between the two countries at the present time are very important,
Yes,
and it's most important the young men going to South America learn to speak Spanish.
Sure, they're going to be in business, naturally. I don't know much about Spanish. The only thing I know about it is that the J in Spanish is always pronounced like an H, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, do you know Hack Benny, that hurt? And now, Portland.
Mr. Lester Zins from Brooklyn, New York.
Good evening, Mr. Zins. May I ask your profession or business or...
I'm pitcher for the House of David baseball team.
You're the pitcher for the House of David. But I wouldn't... I thought all the players in the House of David team had those big muffs. Where is your beard?
We shave as soon as the baseball season is over.
Oh, you shave as soon as the baseball season is over, do you? But I was going to ask you some questions, but you won't mind if I go ahead with you. We're a little short for time. I was going to ask you how many games you play in a season. You barnstorm all during the summer, don't you?
We play an average of 115 games in 4 months.
You do? And you wear your beards all the time? Isn't it rather messy sliding into second?
It isn't so bad sliding. But while eating soup, we find it quite a strain.
Well, of course. Well, that stops me. A joke like that, you wouldn't hear in a lifetime. Well, that about brings us up to our question. I was going to say consommé of art, consommate or something. A quick pun like that escapes me, and the time is fleeting. Well, that about brings us to our question. And tonight we ask your opinions, our little committee, on a form of oral demonstration that has been making rapid strides of late in newsreel and moving picture theaters. Formerly, patrons maintained decorum in the celluloid marts, but today, hissing, booing, and catcalling are common practices in theaters showing the new films. Now, our question tonight is, in your opinion, is it proper or improper for a person to give audible vent to his approval or disapproval of persons or events shown in the newsreels? Now, first, Mr. Efren, how do you feel about these demonstrations in newsreel theaters?
Well, I think it's all right to give vent to your approval or disapproval. It seems to me to be a kind of a harmless way of giving off feeling and sentiment at those occasions. Political. Doesn't cost anything, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone.
And you test the acoustics in the joint at the same time. Well, that's one way to look at it. And Mrs. Bonney, how do you feel about it?
I think that it's probably not good manners, but it certainly releases one's inhibitions.
You have a sound argument there. I'm quite sure Mr. Zins has a joke that's coming. Well, you are in favor, then, Mrs. Barney, you might say.
Yes, I am.
In expressing yourself. You don't think it will get to other things, do you, where if you don't like the dial system when you get a wrong number that you have to hang up and start hissing in the phone booth? You don't think it'll come to that?
I think it would be a good idea.
You do, really?
I do.
Well, you have something. And, Mr. Zins, how do you feel about this booing and catcalling business?
Well, I believe if you're not in favor of what... Are you trying to rattle me?
No. This is my own face, so help me.
I believe if you're not in favor, you don't necessarily have to show disapproval, whereas if you do approve, your applause would be most welcome.
Well, that's perfectly right. In other words, you should withhold your opinion unless it's favorable and then go the whole hog. Is that right?
I believe so.
Well, I think we've made a pretty mess of things, company. I doubt very much that I can't read. I've got to either get glasses or longer arms. I doubt very much that our discussion tonight will curb this raucous outburst in newsreel theaters. Personally, I think that people have a perfect right to yell at the newsreels because when sound came in, the newsreel started yelling at people. And turnabout, as the man said when he spun the crooked roulette wheel, is not fair play. Now, on this sage note, our forum closes, and thank you, Mr. Ephraim, Mrs. Barney, and Mr. Zins for your kind cooperation. Now, Kenny Baker sings tonight. And say, before you start, Kenny, I hear glowing reports about neon is lighted all through the Middle West, they tell me. These glowing reports about your concert tour. Where are you singing this week?
Well, Saturday I'll be in Denver.
Okay.
And the 11th in Kansas City.
Well, I just wanted it for my diary. I'm keeping a record. Thank you. Very good, Kenny, and good luck in Denver Friday and in Kansas City Monday. I hope you don't get a hot scooter making those towns so quickly. Say, Portland, while I think of it...
Yes, Mr. Alice?
What is the matter with your mother? She's been sitting down there in the third row all evening, looking as if I were a termite at her wooden wedding.
Oh, Mama's sore on account of you insulted her.
I insulted your mother when?
The other day.
Yes?
She showed you her car.
I didn't say a derogatory word. I praised the car. I said what a beautiful covey of tin it was.
Yes, but you didn't ask to drive it.
Was that an insult?
Mama said so.
Why should it be an insult?
Oh, you'll have to ask Mama.
Oh, no. I'll do it the easy way. I'll contact our authority on automotive etiquette. Larry Elliott.
Yes, Fred.
Larry, what is your verdict on this unfortunate faux pas that I apparently have committed? Did I really, honest to goodness, insult Portland's mother by not asking to drive the car?
Oh, maybe Portland's mother's too sensitive, Fred. But I know this. It's a compliment to a car owner when someone says, "That's a nice job, that car of yours. Mind if I take the wheel and drive a bit myself?"
Tonight, the Texaco Workshop players, ladies and gentlemen, offer their tribute to the unsung hero of the 1940 football season. It's called The Story of Bramson Snide. Each football season produces its outstanding figure. 1 year a player, another year a coach. 1940 now stands ready to choose its favorite. Who will be America's gridiron hero number one?
I nominate Tommy Harmon, brilliant Michigan back. I nominate Carl Snavely, outstanding Cornell coach. I nominate Frank Regan, flashy Penn star.
Yes, these heroes have their claim to fame, but none is as deserving as our candidate. For 1940's football hero number one, we nominate Bramson Snide. Bramson Snide is no dynamic fullback. Bramson has never won a game in the last minute of play, but Bramson Snide, in his humble way, stood up under hardship and abuse that would have crushed any brawny giant stalking the gridiron today. This, then, is the tale of a lowly football fan, the story of Bramson Snide. Bramson Bramson Snide graduated from Siwash University in 1932. His one burning ambition after leaving college was to attend the great annual Siwash Army game at the Yankee Stadium in New York City. Each November, though, it was the same old story. Bramson would take himself aside and say to himself,
Gosh, I wish I could see the Siwash Army game. If I only had the dough.
For 8 long years, Bramson didn't have the dough. But in 1940, he turned the tables on himself. This fall, Bramson Snide said to himself,
At last I've got the dough. This year I'll see Siwash play Army. Yippee!
A week before the game, Bramson started to prepare. First, we find Bramson making himself a pennant.
Gee, tearing this flap off my union suit was a great idea. It makes a swell pennant.
Then Bramson rehearsed his college cheer.
Toothpaste, liniment, gargle, eyewash, dunk 'em, skunk 'em, hold 'em, Siwash.
Bramson was raucous and ready for the Siwash Army game. All he needed now was his ticket. Bramson called the college. The head of the Siwash Athletic Committee said,
I'm sorry, Snide. We turned all the tickets over to the dean.
The dean said,
I haven't even got a ticket for myself, Snide. I had to give them to the coach.
The coach said,
I gave the tickets to the team.
And the team said,
We sold the tickets to a speculator.
But why, fellers?
What are we going to eat all winter? Cheers?
Bramson turned away. His hands clenched, his body stiffened. He muttered to himself,
I'll see that Siwash Army game. I'm going to New York City.
And sure enough, that night found Bramson Snide aboard the football game special. Boisterous Siwash alumni staggered through the train, but Bramson sat alone in his compartment, wig-wagging his little union suit pennant and humming his college song, Fair Siwash. Suddenly, his compartment door burst open.
Wow, look who's here. My old college chum, Joe Dimwitty. Hello, Joe. What do you know?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. My name is Bramson Snide.
Quit kidding. You're Joe Dimwitty, class of 27. I'm Sam Bellums, 27, too.
Well, I'm sorry, Sam, but I'm not Joe Dimwitty.
You're not?
No, I'm not. Say, what is this?
My old college buddy trying to brush me off.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Just because I'm only a vice president, I'm a failure.
Please, will you stop crying on my lap? You're shrinking my pennant.
Okay, I'll go. But don't say you're not my old classmate, Joe. Tell me you're Joe.
All right, I am Joe Dimwitty.
You are?
Yes.
It's funny you don't look like Joe.
But you just said...
Oh, trying to pull a fast one, eh? Impersonating Joe Dimwitty, eh?
But I'm not Joe Dimwitty.
You're not?
No.
Now, give me that brush. I'm a failure.
Hey, what's going on in here?
Well, you're just in time, conductor.
Oh, yeah? What's this drunk doing in your compartment?
Nothing. I don't even...
Oh, so you lured him in here, huh? Trying to pick his pocket.
Pick his pocket?
Where on are you crooks working the football trains? You're under arrest.
Under arrest?
Oh! Hey, what do you know? He's fainted.
I'll bring him to. Get me some water.
He's fainted.
Well, don't stand there. Get me some water.
What's water?
When Bramson was revived, he showed the conductor his union suit pennant, gave his Siwash cheer. The conductor bet him 2-1 Siwash would get beaten and withdrew. But Bramson's troubles were in their infancy. When he left the station in New York City, a man in a battered yellow vehicle followed Bramson along the curb. Finally, the man said,
Hey, mister, want a taxi?
No, thank you. I never accept gifts from strangers.
And Bramson didn't take that taxi. As he plodded into Times Square, he saw a big sign over an orange juice stand. It said, Siwash Army tickets here. A sinister fellow standing by the squeezer addressed Bramson as he approached.
Hey, Bud.
Are you me, mister?
Yeah, you need a ticket for the Army Siwash game?
Have you got one?
Yeah, just one seat left.
Oh, boy, where is it?
Overlooking the 50-yard line. It's $10.
Here's your money.
Thanks.
Hey, wait a minute. I thought this seat was over the 50-yard line.
That's right, Chub.
Well, this ticket says, admit one to roof at 2100 Grand Concourse.
For $10, you don't expect no seat inside the stadium, do you?
No?
No.
Well, what's this roof ticket then?
Look, Chum, look. Right across the street from the football stadium is a roof that looks right down on the field.
Oh, and that's where I'll be sitting?
For $10, you don't expect no seat on that roof, do you?
Hey, what is this? How do I see the game?
Look, Chum, there's this roof overlooking the field, see?
Yes?
The landlord has put up a mirror there, see?
Yes?
2 blocks down is another roof with a perfect view with a mirror on the first roof.
And my seat is on that roof?
That's right. Here's a telescope that goes with the ticket.
Well, I need a telescope?
Yeah, you're sitting behind a chimney.
But if I'm sitting behind a chimney, how can I see the mirror?
There's a hinge in the telescope, brother. You can make it the hard way.
With his precious ticket and the telescope clutched to his chicken breast, which was mostly dark meat, incidentally, Bramson Snide scurried back into the bustle that is New York. Now get to the Yankee Stadium, but how? He'd have to ask the way. Stepping into a steamy cafeteria, Bramson addressed the steamy girl cashier.
Excuse me, miss.
Yeah? What's on your mind, Sharpie?
Can you direct me to the Yankee Stadium?
Yeah, you get a bus at 33rd and 3rd.
Huh?
I said you get a bus at 33rd and 3rd.
What's that?
Look, this is 5th Avenue, you see? Then comes 4th, then 3rd, 2nd, 1st. You go down 33rd, that's 33rd and 3rd.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I still don't get it.
What's the matter, you thief?
No, but...
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, Goody?
This palooka wants to go to Yankee Stadium.
Oh, that's a cinch. Look, Bud, you get a bus at 33rd and 3rd.
Can't miss it. Is Can't Miss It near the Yankee Stadium?
What a dope. Listen, Joy, you get a bus at 33rd and 3rd right by the Erster Bar.
Erster Bar?
Yeah, Erster Bar. Ersters. What you get pearls out of?
Yeah, it's right on 33rd and 3rd.
Now I'm back to toity-toit again.
Yeah, you're hip. You can't miss it. It's across the street from a moon picture.
What's a moon picture?
Listen, for the last time, Joy, go over to Toyd, go up to 33rd, there's your bus at the 33rd and 3rd Erster Bar by the moon picture.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
But how do I get to the Yankee Stadium?
Listen, Bud, forget everything I said. You want to go to Yankee Stadium, right?
Right.
Okay. Before you do anything else, go across the street into that big building.
Is that a bus terminal?
Nah, it's a night school. You can't get no place in New York till you learn how to understand English.
Bramson Snide left the cafeteria in a daze. 2 months later, a shabby, beaten little figure still shuffled through the streets of New York City looking for the Yankee Stadium. It had grown bitter cold. Bramson had pinned the little flap pennant back on his union suit to fend off big, bold Jack Frost. One brisk night, as Bramson slunk along the Bowery, he felt a large, warm hand plunge down into his muffler. Bramson wheeled. At the other end of the hand was a policeman. At last, Bramson's tribulations were over. A minion of the law would surely know the way. Bramson addressed the officer.
Please, sir, how can I get to the Yankee Stadium?
Yankee Stadium?
Yes.
It's a cinch. You get a bus at 33rd and 3rd by the Erster Bar at the moon picture.
This was the last straw. Bramson Snide fled in the direction of the East River. Some days later, a beachcomber at Staten Island found a bit of tattered flotsam riding the ebb tide. It was the little union suit pennant. That dank little flap was the end of Bramson Snide. And now, Larry Elliott with our thought for tonight.
The next few moments are devoted to the entire petroleum industry.
Well, hello again. This is Buck Benny speaking. Today's podcast, we're going to do something we haven't done in a while. I'm going to respond to an email that I got. This one's from Brett. And Brett, I'm going to try and answer all your questions that you had. You had some really good questions that I thought everybody might want to hear the answer to, so I thought I'd do it as a podcast. But before I get to that, let me talk a little bit about today's episode. It's a unique episode in that
Mary is out sick, which doesn't make it all that unique, because if you've noticed over time, Mary's out sick quite a lot on this show. And part of that we'll get to links into one of Brett's questions about Mary. So we'll get to that in a few minutes. Anyway, so she's not on the show. Well, they're going to have Dennis do her lines, supposedly on the show. And but he ends up not doing her lines, and the Blue Fairy shows up and ends up doing Mary's lines. Now, what makes this interesting is, of course, I'm sure some of you are getting little red flags that go up and go, wait a minute. The Blue Fairy is played by Mary Kelly. And I told you in a few podcasts ago, Mary Kelly almost married Jack before he and Mary Livingston, well, Sadie Marks was her name at the time. She's changed it to Mary Livingston after she was on the show for so long. But anyway, he and Sadie had nothing going at this time. This is before her time, and came very, very close to marrying Mary Kelly. So, years go by, of course. He ends up marrying Sadie Marks, who becomes Mary Livingston. And they bump into Mary Kelly, and Mary Kelly needs work, and she's gained a lot of weight. And so, reluctantly, Jack uses her on the show for to make comedy about her weight and so forth, which he doesn't feel right about. But Mary Kelly assures him that, hey, she wants the work, and she's taking in the good fun that it is, just like he pokes fun at Dawn for the same thing. So that all works out, and she's the Blue Fairy, and she's fairly popular with fans and everything, so they keep bringing her back. And in this case, they bring her back to do Mary's lines. But it is a little weird to have her kind of replace Mary in this episode, being as she was Jack's, I don't know if she ever was officially his fiancée. I think she was. Anyway, she was Jack's love of his life at one point, and then Mary Livingston became that. So now she's replacing her on the show, so it's just kind of a weird turn of events. Also, we have Schlepperman on this show, which is, I always love to hear Schlepperman when he comes on. And so enjoy the episode. And now to Brett's questions, which my iPod just closed. How lovely. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to take them in a weird order, because the first one is about, the last one he asked is about Mary, and so I'll go with that. I've read Mary got a case of stage fright in the 1950s, and they would tape her parts separately. Do you know how this worked technically? I've never been able to figure that out. Okay, here's how it technically worked, and then I'll get into a little more about Mary real quick. Anyway, technically it worked where they would have someone come on and read Mary's lines. It was often Joan Benny would do it sometimes. I'm not sure if Babe did it, Mary's sister, but they would have someone come on and read Mary's lines during the actual performance of the show. And that's what the studio audience would see and hear. Okay? But because in the 1950s they were transcribing a lot of the shows, they could take the tape they created, go to Mary's house. I believe it was Irving Fine that would do this, but I might be wrong. But someone would go to Mary's house. It was either him or Milt Josephsberg. I don't know why Josephsberg would do it. He was one of the writers. So I'd assume it was Irving Fine. We'll go to the house, set up a tape recorder, and have Mary, I would assume, listen to the show, those lines, and read them back in roughly the same way that the person subbing in for her did, so that when they got a laugh, she'd get a laugh. If they flubbed a line, she'd better flub the line, in the same way, sort of thing. So that's how they did it. And those episodes are usually, from what I hear, pretty obvious when those episodes are happening. And by Jack and Mary and Irving Fine and all these people that talked about them, made them seem like they're much more frequent than they truly are. It looks like, and we'll know as we go through these, I haven't heard one yet from where we are at this point in the 1950s on our Sunday night show. And I think they don't pop up, and I want to say they don't pop up until the last couple seasons of the Jack Benny show, radio show. So, I don't think there's a lot of them out there. I think that it's overly talked about for how much it really happened. And when we get there, we'll talk about them some more. Anyway, so they'd take her lines that they recorded, and then they would re-record the show, substituting in her lines, which is pretty good technically for back then that they could actually do this somewhat, and apparently it worked. What I think is interesting is how long it took her to really develop stage fright to the point of not being able to go and do it in front of an audience, because she had previously been able to do it, but I think that's one of the reasons why she's gone so much of the time from the show. I think those shows she couldn't work up the courage to do it and just needed a week off or a break, and so they gave her a break, and that's why you hear, probably once every couple of months at least, she's gone. Certainly early on. Later on, it becomes a lot more frequent, where it's maybe once a month she's gone, or a couple times a month. So, and sometimes they write around her. Sometimes it looks like it was more last minute, and so they kind of have somebody else just kind of take her lines. A guest all of a sudden will show up and start sounding a lot like Mary, and that's why, because they didn't rewrite too much, they just rewrote a little bit. Anyway, so that kind of answers that question, which ties into tonight's show where Mary Kelly comes and does Mary Livingston's lines as well. So it could be as early as 1940 that she was starting to have some of this stage fright. I also think it's interesting that she was able to do so many of the television shows. You would think, I could get stage fright and I understand it, but I can't get how it would seem like it'd be easier to do a radio type show with the microphones than it would be to do the television show. But it could be because the radio show was done live in front of like an audience. The television show, the episodes she was in, I believe weren't the live shows, they were the film shows. And if they were the filmed shows, then they would only have a crew and they wouldn't really have the entire audience. So that could be why she did okay for the television show. And I'm just thinking of that as I'm talking to you, so pretty cool that I can process this. Anyway, so that kind of answers that question. Let's go on. Was the Jack Benny Kenny Baker break amicable? I've noticed Jack makes a few Kenny Baker jokes on later shows, and I wondered if they were in good fun or if he was mad at Kenny for leaving the show. This one I haven't read enough about and not because I don't want to read about it, but because there just hasn't been that much written about it. I would like to have seen Kenny Baker's sort of side of this. But generally what I put together is that Kenny got a little big for his britches, perhaps, and sort of said, either he needs a lot more money or something. He obviously was represented by, I can't remember who represented him, but they always say Kenny Baker brought to you by the courtesy of whoever. And so that kind of showed you that his team of agents and so forth were really, kind of pushing things. And so my guess would be that he or his team pushed too hard, and Jack probably, said, well, I can't, match that amount of money, or this is getting to be too much of a hassle, or whatever. And so Kenny ends up leaving the show. And it could be that none of that happened. It could be that Kenny just said, I want to try to be in movies and be in Broadway, and I just want to break for a while, so I'm off, and left the show. I'm not sure how that all came about. The one thing that makes it look like it wasn't totally amicable is that there was still, when he left, there was still like a show or two in that season left to go, and he wasn't on them. And the week before, they announced that he was going to be on. They were going to Waukegan to do the last episodes of that season, the 38, 39 season, right? And he was supposed to go the next week. They never explained, but he wasn't in the show. So something happened there. I'm not sure what. But then they ended up replacing with Dennis, and I think all the way around it got seen as a really good thing. And Dennis did a brilliant job and brought more with his vocalizations, his characterizations and things to the table probably than Kenny did. I will say this, I mean, I love Kenny, and I'm loving these, Fred Allen shows that we're having on Friday nights that have Kenny Baker in them. He does a great job. He's really been featured a lot. He'll come in often in the first couple of minutes and banter with Fred, and I just really, really enjoyed those, and I hope you do too. I think he's on for 2 seasons on the Fred Allen Show, so we've got quite a few episodes coming up, so tune in every Friday to get your Kenny Baker fix now that he's not on any of our Jell-O shows or any of the Jack Benny shows that we're playing. All right? Let's see. Another question. Oh, is there one Jack Benny bio you would recommend? There are lots of books out there, and no one seems crazy about any of them. I am crazy. Wait, let me say. I am crazy about some of the books. So here's what I would suggest. Okay. It sort of depends on what you're into. I guess what I would say is if you're only going to read one book, I would read Sunday Nights at 7 because it's by Jack himself and by Joan, his daughter. So what happens is the quick story here is Joan finds this book that Jack wrote, and for one reason or another it was never published. There's lots of speculation about that, but we'll let that go. Joan apparently approaches a publisher. Maybe they say, or Joan said, whatever. It gets figured out that if Joan adds some to it, they'll publish it. So Joan adds her own anecdotes of her life, which I think are interesting in and of themselves. But all of Jack's parts of the book are like in bold, at least in the edition I have. It's in bold. And so it's really easy to just read Jack's parts if you want and skip all of Joan's. Interesting to hear his take on things. It's like spending more time with Jack. Some of his friends on the back cover even say something like that. It's like spending another evening with Jack. So it's great. So I would highly suggest that book. Covers a lot of ground. Does a great job. And that's more about Jack's life, but it's also about his show and everything. If you really want to focus only on the show, then I would suggest Milt Josephsberg's book called The Jack Benny Show, because it really has chapters on just, chapters on Dawn and chapters on Phil and Dennis and so forth, and it really breaks down the show. It's a funny, easy read, nice one to skip around in, read the sections you're interested in. I got a lot of enjoyment out of that book. Then, of course, the other 2 big books are Irving Fine's book, which to me seemed to have more mistakes and things in it than the others, but still an entertaining read. And then there's Mary's book that's Mary Livingston and her brother Hilliard Marks wrote with some third person I can't remember off the top of my head. Also a decent read, but I guess I would suggest the other 2 first. Then the third book that's totally different is the new one, Reflections on the Jack Benny Program, or Reflections on Jack Benny, with a lot of separate articles, it's kind of just a bunch of articles collected together where people have wrote. I think it's really interesting to read. It's a little like Milt's book in that it's kind of where you can jump around in and everything. So I'd highly recommend it. That's been published just a couple years ago. So that covers that ground. Let's see if you had another question. I'm a huge fan of the podcast. I was wondering if you could help me with some questions. Okay, I helped you with the questions. And I'm glad you're a fan of the podcast. I'm just so thankful that you folks, so many folks write to me, and I try and return as many emails as I can. I return most all of them with some sort of comment from me. I just love that so many people tune in and listen to the show, are getting a lot out of it. For all you folks, the reason I've got some emails lately is because I was talking about Meet the Press that I'm showing every Sunday, and I said, email me if you want me to keep doing that, and I've got enough emails that yes, I'm going to keep showing it, so you don't have to email me anymore to tell me that, but you certainly can email me and ask me any questions you want. Some of them I'll read on the air if I think they'd be helpful for lots of people to hear. My email is buckbennyotr, all one word. And Buck Benny is, of course, me, all one word. And then OTR is for Old Time Radio. That's where we get OTR. So buckbennyotr@gmail.com. And I will read those and love to hear from you folks. Have a great week. Tune in tomorrow for Fred Allen and some Fibber McGee and Molly. And, of course, Sunday night we'll bring you some more Jack Benny and some more Phil Harris. And one thing you might throw in your email is whether I should keep these podcasts shorter or not. You folks, there's been no complaints ever by anybody about my podcasts other than some of the funny voices I use, which are pretty bad. I would agree, but they're fun for me to use, so I will use those sometimes. But I've always wondered if sometimes my long ones that get to be like this one probably, 12 minutes long, 15 minutes long, if that becomes a little much to listen to. And so I'm trying to steer them down to under the 5-minute mark. Some of them recently I've had under the 2 or 3 minute mark. I will not be offended if you write me and say, hey, yeah, keep them shorter. I like them shorter. Or if you write me and say, hey, I want you to talk as much as you want, and I like to hear what you have to say, whatever, that's good for me to know too, because I'm trying to judge whether I should keep doing podcasts as frequently. I've been doing them more frequently in the past month or so than I've ever done them before, and maybe you're getting tired of my voice. I don't know, but I'm fine doing less of them. It's less work if I do less, but I'm also fine doing a lot of them if everybody's still enjoying them. So kind of give me a clue as to more, less, shorter, longer, things like that. Anyway, I'll let you go. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.
The Jell-O program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. The orchestra opens the program with Just Like Taking Candy from a Baby. Summer may come, ladies and gentlemen, and summer may go, taking with it so many of the ripe summer fruits we all enjoy. And it's a mighty comforting thought to know that you can recapture all the grand goodness of this luscious fruit any time you want, simply by making a glistening mold of delicious Jell-O. One taste of this swell dessert, and suddenly you're right back in the middle of June, thrilling again to the fresh, tantalizing flavor of fruits and berries still warm with the summer sun. For Jell-O brings you a delightful memory of the juicy, ripe fruit itself, an enticing flavor that has made Jell-O America's favorite gelatin dessert. So try a rich Jell-O treat real soon, using perhaps strawberry or raspberry Jell-O. Each of these tasty Jell-O desserts has a new, improved flavor, obtained by using a natural flavor base artificially enhanced. And that's the secret of their distinctive flavor. Get strawberry and raspberry Jell-O tomorrow, and at the same time, ask for those new Jell-O puddings, too. Jell-O puddings are made by the makers of Jell-O, so you know they're good. Just Like Taking Candy from a Baby, played by the orchestra. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we bring you our modest, unassuming master of ceremonies, a man who is never too busy to say hello.
Hello.
Jack Benny.
Thank you, Renly. Jell-O again, this is Jack Benny talking, and Don, that was a very sweet introduction. Never too busy to say hello. But I really don't deserve it.
Oh, yes, you do, Jack.
Do I?
Why, certainly. Whether it's the humble newsboy on the corner or a taxi driver or an urchin with a shoeshine box, Jack Benny always stops. And a smile steals across his face as he says, "Hiya, pal."
How are things going? Oh, pardon me, Don. I was carried away. But let me ask you something, Don. Why shouldn't I go out of my way to be courteous and friendly? We're all human beings. We're all people. Say, after all, what am I?
You know what I said at rehearsal?
Phil. I'm not talking to you. Anyway, Don, I'm just the down-to-earth type that gets along with everybody. You know the little old lady that sells flowers right outside the studio?
You mean the one on the corner here?
Yeah. See, I've stopped and talked to her now every Sunday for 3 years. Hello, little lady, I say.
And she says I told you 1,000 times I'm not going out with you.
Phil, if you can't be sentimental, stay out of this. You know, Don, whenever I pass this little flower lady, a tear comes to my eye. And I can't help but think that she's somebody's mother.
Yes, and perhaps that somebody could well afford to take care of her.
You're probably right, Don. Gee, I wonder whose mother she is anyway.
She's mine.
Now cut that out! You're lying, Phil, because I happen to know that your mother is Cigarette Girl at the Wilshire Bowl. Cigars, cigarettes, and homemade jelly. So pipe down.
Well, you wouldn't get away with this mushy stuff if Mary was here.
Oh, yes, I would.
By the way, Jack, how is Mary? Is she feeling better?
Well, she had a pretty bad cold, Don, but she's much improved. She'll be with us next Sunday.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, glad the kid's feeling better.
Thanks. Of course, it'll be kind of tough doing comedy tonight without her.
Don't worry, Jackson. I'm here, ain't I? I can get them belly laughs.
Well, just be grateful, Phil, that you get good lines.
It ain't the material, Jackson. It's my personality. It's how I sock it over.
Oh, brother. Phil, you really think you're the funniest guy in the whole world, don't you?
What a spot. If I say yes, I'm a ham. If I say no, I'm a liar.
You're both if I ever saw one. Say, Dennis.
Yes, please?
How would you like a great big part tonight with funny gags and everything?
Oh, boy, that'll be swell.
All right, you can read Mary's lines. Tonight, you're going to be the girl on the program.
Nothing doing. I'm no sissy.
Dennis, the program is written, and you've got to take Mary's place. You're the only one in the show with a high voice.
Who, me?
Dennis. Now, remember, you're Mary, so go outside and come back when you're supposed to.
Okay, but I'll be chewing tobacco.
You better not. That kid's getting too smart.
Well, look, Jackson, why don't you let me play Mary's part? I got beautiful hair and rosy cheeks.
Oh, fine. He's got a few broken veins there, and he calls it rosy cheeks. We'll manage without you, Phyllis. Well, let's get on with the show. Say, Don, Mary seems to be a little bit late today. I wonder where she is.
Mary? I saw her out in the hall just a few minutes ago.
Oh, you know, Don, she's so excited. She's been shopping all week, and she's... Oh, here she comes now. Hello, Mary. I said, hello, Mary.
Hello.
Gee, you look cute in that fall outfit. That's a new dress, isn't it?
Yeah, I got it at Magnon's. Isn't it a dream?
Oh, it's beautiful. But it's cut a little low there in front, isn't it?
On me, it don't make any difference.
Dennis, read the lines that are in the script.
Well, you're not going to make a monkey out of me.
I'm not trying to make a monkey out of you, Dennis. It's just an emergency. If you don't want to read Mary's lines, all right.
Well, I don't.
All right. Just puts us in a spot, that's all. It's a fine program without a girl on it. Gee, there must be some way to work this out. I wonder who we can get.
I'll help you, kid.
Well.
I am the Blue Fairy.
Well, that's a very sweet offer, Blue Fairy, but I'm afraid you won't do. You're too fat for Miss Livingston.
Oh. Well, if Don Wilson ever gets sick, let me know.
We will. We will, yeah.
And now I will fly away, back to my home in the clouds. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Give me a push, will you?
Okay. Gee, look at her go. Out the window, over Vine Street, over Beverly Boulevard, over the La Brea Pits. Play, Phil, and get us out of this fantastic mood. That's for Me, played by Phil Harris and his Waldorf Astoria Ensemble. Waldorf Astoria meaning they couldn't get in there if they were delivering the meat. And now, ladies and gentlemen...
Hey, wait a minute, Jackson. After that violin solo you played with us a couple of weeks ago, I wouldn't say anything derogatory about my band.
Derogatory? Well, I'll be...
What's the matter? Ain't it right?
Sure it's right. But, Phil, where'd you ever learn the word derogatory?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. You know, I don't start working at the Vault until 9 o'clock, so I've been going to night school.
Oh, well, did you hear that, Don? Phil goes to night school.
Well, congratulations, Phil. How are you getting along?
Very good, very good, so you guys don't have to get derogatory.
All right, we heard that already. What else did you learn?
Oh, plenty of stuff. Come on, ask me something. Ask me anything.
Oh, quiet.
Come on, ask me who invented the cotton gin.
All right, Phil, who invented the cotton gin?
Eli Whitney.
Well.
And with the steamboat, it was Fulton.
Why, Phil, you're terrific.
Hey, Don, here's another one. What does 1492 mean to you?
I don't know, Phil. What does it mean to you?
Columbus.
Gee whiz.
You know, the world's round, all that kind of stuff.
Well, I've heard everything. Congratulations, Phil. And now, ladies and gentlemen...
The Mississippi is the longest river in the USA.
Phil, will you stop showing off? I knew about the Mississippi when I was in the 5th grade.
Well, I'm only in the 3rd, so I got you beat.
All right, you got me beat.
Hey, Don, ask me something, Don, ask me something about the Revolutionary War, like, well, when was it or something?
Phil, please.
All right, Phil, when was the Revolutionary War?
1776.
Well, I'll be darned.
Not bad, eh?
That's very good, Phil. Now, who won the Revolutionary War?
That's coming up Wednesday.
Gee, I'll bet you can hardly wait. Now, look, Phil, we're all very happy to know that you're trying to improve what mentality you have. But there are more important things to talk about, aren't there, Don?
Yes, there are, Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, night school is one of the greatest institutions that flourish in this country today.
What?
It gives thousands of people the opportunity to improve themselves in the field of education.
What's that for?
So, if you're one of the many who attend night school, instead of bringing an apple to the teacher, why not bring her a package of tempting and appetizing Jell-O?
Well, it's about time.
It is not only economical and easy to make, but comes in 6 delicious flavors. So look for the big red letters on the box. They spell Jell-O.
And I'm just the guy that can spell it. Jello.
Phil, you're positively brilliant. If you weren't such a bum, you could become president.
B-U-M, bum.
Phil! And now, ladies and gentlemen, going from night school to our feature attraction of the evening, this being the height of the football season, tonight we are going to offer our annual Gridiron Classic entitled Hold That Line. Or one moment, please. Now, once again, I will play the part of Coach Flash Benny of Flatfoot College. Now, Phil, you, Don, and Dennis will be the players. And your orchestra boys can be the cheering section.
Well, why don't you use some of my boys on the team? They're all athletes.
Phil, shooting pool and pulling corks are not considered American sports. They'll stay in the cheering section.
Wait till you hear their cheers.
Phil, if I hear one bird that isn't a swallow returning to Capistrano, watch out. Now, let's see. We're still short of actors, so I sent for Rochester. Where is he?
There he is, Jack, talking to Dennis Day.
Oh, that's right. Hey, Rochester.
Yes, please?
Now, Rochester, we're short of actors tonight, so I want you to play a part in our football sketch.
Okay, give me the ball.
Now, wait a minute. You're not going to play on the team. You're going to be the water boy.
That's a little bit derogatory, ain't it?
Don't argue. Here's your bucket. You've got a very important part.
Important?
Yes.
Boss, the only man that ever got famous with a bucket was Old Man Mose.
Never mind.
And he had to kick it.
Now, Rochester, look at it this way. Who's one of the most valuable members of a football squad? The water boy.
Uh-huh.
Whenever a player's injured, who rushes out with a cold drink for him? The water boy.
Uh-huh.
And whenever a sensational play is made and the crowd stands up and cheers, who are they cheering?
Okay, give me the bucket.
And now that we're all set, ladies and gentlemen, this play will go on immediately after a song by Dennis Day. What's it going to be, Dennis?
Well, Mr. Benny, this being Navy Day, I'm going to sing a special arrangement of a brand new number called He's My Uncle.
Swell. Go ahead.
Hey, Jackson, I just thought of something. We still haven't got enough actors for a football team.
Gee, that's right. Well, we'll just have to get along, Phil. What else can we do?
I'm available, kid.
Now, look, Blue Fairy, I'm afraid you can't help us.
All right, then I'll fly away. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Ah, there she goes. Out the window. Back to the fleecy clouds. Back to the sky of gossamer blue. Back to the Plaza Hotel. Sing, Dennis.
Who's that grand old guy with that hat so high? You all know him, so hello him when you catch his eye. He's my uncle. I'm his nephew. I'm as proud as I can be. And my sisters and my brothers and my cousins by the dozens share that pride with me. For my uncle envies no one, and there's no one he provokes. And my sisters and my brothers and my cousins by the dozens, we're his kind of folks. That spry old chap never picks a scrap, but he's won all he's had. And furthermore, I feel sorry for any big bully that gets him mad. He's my uncle. I'm his nephew. I'm as proud as I can be. And my sisters and my brothers and my cousins by the dozens, we're proud of Uncle Sam. He never tries scaring little guys or brags of whom he'll trim. He's peaceful, yet people can't forget no one was ever too tough for him. He's my uncle. I'm his nephew. And it's mighty proud I am. And my sisters and my brothers and my cousins by the dozens, we're proud of Uncle Sam. We're proud of Uncle Sam.
Very good, Dennis. Very good. That was He's My Uncle, written by Lou Pollock and sung by Dennis Day. And, Dennis, that was a swell number. I like the thought of it.
Me too.
There's nothing like a patriotic song. Yes, sir.
Hey, Jackson, you know who made the first American flag? Betsy Ross.
I know, Phil.
With a steamboat, it was Fulton's.
All right, you told us that. Sit down, genius.
Okay.
Betsy Ross made the first American flag. It certainly is a secret. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our rough and tumble football play entitled Kicked in the Bridge Work, or I'll Never Smile Again. The scene is Flatfoot College, located in the thriving little town of Purile, Indiana, which is just 3 miles north of Bano. The first half has just ended in the annual game with Meatball Tech. As the curtain rises, Coach Flash Benny is giving his team a pep talk in the locker room. Curtain. Music. Now, listen, men. We're in a tough spot. The last half is about to start, and we're behind 98-7. But we still got a chance to beat them. The game isn't over yet. Let's hear some of that Flatfoot spirit. That's the stuff. Now, I want you to go in there this last half and fight. You understand? Fight. What are we, men or mice?
Give me a tail and call me Mickey.
I'll give you a Mickey. Now, listen, men. In the first half, Meatball had things their own way. But in this next half, Flatfoot's going to walk all over Meatball.
Sounds messy, doesn't it?
And you, Harris, you're supposed to be a football player, an All-American. Why, during the first quarter, you played like a dope. D-O-P, dope. You spelled dop, dope. And you, Wilson, you're as bad as the rest of these lugs.
Why, what are you talking about, Coach? I recovered 5 times on fumbles.
Yeah, but every time you fell on the ball, we had to get a new one. Now, take it easy.
Okay. Pass the fudge, Phil.
Lay off the candy, Wilson. Your stomach is over the goal line when you still have 5 yards to go. Now, put down that fudge.
A little fudge won't hurt.
Oh, so you're butting in, you imbecile, the way you play football.
Now, Coach.
You run around like a chicken with your head cut off.
Now, Coach.
Every time you got the ball, you ran the wrong way.
Well, turn my head around and let's get going.
Get out of here. Now, listen, man, in this next half, I want you all to... Hey, water boy, what are you putting in that bucket?
A little lemon juice, that's all.
Lemon juice, eh? Lemon juice in the water.
Yeah, that goes with the sugar.
Oh, lemon juice and sugar. I suppose that's lemonade.
Lemonade, that's it.
I see. You didn't put anything else in the bucket, did you?
No, sir.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me have a glass of that lemonade.
Don't take more than one.
I thought so. Lemon juice, sugar, cracked eye. Rochester, are you mixing Tom Collinses in that bucket?
It ain't pancake batter.
Well, throw it away. Pour it out the window.
Okay, that grass is sure gonna grow out there.
Never mind about the grass. Now, men, it's almost time for the second half, and we're gonna win.
You can count on us, Coach.
I'm not counting on any one of you. I got a new player coming into the game, and he'll show you what football really is. I've heard a lot about this boy, and they tell me he's a sensation.
A new player, huh?
Yeah. Come on in, Butch.
Hello, stranger.
Well, so you're the sensation, eh?
That's me, Butch Slipperman, the beast of Boyle Heights.
Good. Now, we're depending on you, Slep. Do you think you can win for us?
What is the score now?
98-7.
Who's got the 7?
We have. What do you say, Slep?
You're lucky if you can keep that.
Now, wait a minute. We're depending on you to come through, so don't be so pessimistic. Be cheerful. Be happy.
98-7, and he wants smiling Frankie Gordon.
Never mind. Just get in there and fight, that's all. What position do you play?
I'm a tailor.
All right, you can be left tailor. Now, come on, men. I'm going to play in the game myself this last half, and Flatfoot is going to win, or my name ain't...
Folks, the second half of this thrilling gridiron duel is about to begin. The score is Flatfoot 7, Meatball 132.
132? Why, the rats, they've been playing during intermission. Come on, men, we'll show them.
Meatball is already on the field, and here comes Flash Benny and his Flatfoot team.
Hi, folks.
Flash Benny is going into the game himself. What an ovation he gets from the Flatfoot cheering section.
He's never too busy to say hello, to say hello, to say hello. He's never too busy to say hello. Joe, Joe, Joe.
Ah, folks, what a crowd is gathered here today. There's the whistle. They're lining up, and Meatball is about to kick off to Flatfoot. There's the kick. It's a beauty. The ball is coming down on the 15-yard line. There goes Harris for it. No, he's headed for the water bucket. What a business Rochester is doing.
I told him to pour that out.
What's this? Butch Schlepperman, the sensational new player, gets the ball. He's hit hard, and the ball is on Flatfoot's own 10-yard line.
Schlepperman, are you hurt? Schlep, say something.
With the steamboat, it was Fulton.
He's delirious.
Folks, Schlepperman was knocked out on the first play, and they're carrying him off the field, but that boy is a sensation.
Sensation? Why, he was knocked out in the first play.
He's alive, ain't he?
Never mind. All right, men, we've only got 90 yards to go. I'll carry the ball around left end.
Why don't you run around my end, Flash?
I did that in the last game and wound up in Laguna. Now, come on. Signals. 72, 23. Hey!
The ball is snapped to Flash Benny, and there he goes. Look at that boy run. Look at him go. No wonder they call him Flash. They finally tackle him, folks, and he's down. Benny lost 8 yards on that play.
Darn it. Well, men, I'm afraid it's hopeless. 98 yards to go, and we can't gain an inch. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Well, here she is again.
Let me carry the ball, kid.
You? Listen, Blue Fairy. Football is a man's game, and those guys will kick you all over the field.
Well, at my age, I can't be choosy.
All right, then. You take Dennis Day's place. Come on, fellas. Line up.
Flatfoot is lining up, folks, but there's been a substitution. Dennis Day has been replaced by the Goodyear Blimp.
That's the Blue Fairy.
Well, how can I tell from here?
All right. All right, Blue Fairy. I'll take the ball and lateral it. The rest is up to you.
Don't worry. I'll beat him, Daddy. 8 to the bar.
Good. Signals. 33, 45. Hey!
Benny receives the ball. He laterals to the Blue Fairy, and she takes off. And she's flying down the field. Listen to that crowd cheer. The Blue Fairy is landing. She's landing over the goal line. And what's this? She carried 21 footballs, folks, making 21 touchdowns simultaneously. And Flatfoot wins 133 to 132. Hey, Rochester, come here with that bucket.
Oh, no, Mr. Announcer, you've had enough.
You said it. Play, Phil.
October, ladies and gentlemen, is the month of apples. Winesap, Spitzenberg, Baldwin's, McIntosh, and all the rest of those ruddy-cheeked favorites. And just to celebrate the occasion, here we come with a grand Jell-O and apple dessert. It's really something special, a swell autumn day treat, and you can have it all ready and on the table in no time at all. Simply make up a package of lemon Jell-O according to the directions on the box. Chill until slightly thickened and fold in 1 medium red apple cubed. Then mold and serve as a bright, tangy dessert or salad. The tempting flavor of this delicious combination is something you just have to taste yourself to appreciate. So tomorrow for dinner, enjoy this mellow October dessert, crisp, juicy apples embedded in a glistening mold of rich, golden lemon Jell-O.
Yes? Yes? Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, Mary. Say, did you hear the program? Uh-huh. Well, how'd you like our football sketch? Yes? Mm-hmm. I see. Oh, well, you've got a cold. Good night, doll. So long, folks.
Jell-O.
News for thrifty housewives. Log cabin syrup for less money. All 3 sizes now selling at lowest prices in history. Ask your grocer about his new low prices. Remember, same matchless log cabin flavor. So delicious with piping hot pancakes or waffles.
Quiet, please.
Buck Benny. It's a two-fisted, quick-triggered marksman who shoots from the hip and never misses.
Well, hello again. This is Buck Benny speaking. Welcome to another episode of the Jack Benny Show from 1940 season. 2 episodes from 1940 we're going to have, and an episode of the Fred Allen Show from 1940. This is 2020. I thought I'd come on and just do a quick little intro here to explain what's going on. All these intros that you're going to hear me do are from at least 10 years ago-ish time frame. They all seem to add something to the podcast, so I'm leaving them all in. I do talk about my son being 10 years old. Currently, he's 20 years old, so 10 years have gone by. The thing I thought I want to mention, one, is I wanted to play this because the first episode we're going to have is a Halloween episode of the Jack Benny Show, which is appropriate here on Halloween. Also, these 1940 episodes with Fred Allen, I think it's the Fred Allen that's doing the difference, I'm not sure, but are my most downloaded and listened to podcasts that I have now. And so I was delighted to see that the 1940 shows could be so popular. And the Fred Allens are just out of this world in quality. And they're just going to get better and better sound quality as we go, too, which is lovely. I think you're going to enjoy all of these episodes. I think they all have a nice view of what 1940 was like before they were heading off to getting towards the beginning of the war, but folks are still not thinking we should be involved in it. Some people, other people, I think we should be involved in the war. All of that stuff going on in the background, for sure. And the elections were right at the time of the elections, just like we are now. In here, I apparently aired it 10 years ago after the elections, because I say the elections already happened. In our case, in the present day in 2020, the elections are in a few days, so make sure you get out there and vote. And then I guess that covers it. Also, I'm presenting 2 episodes of Jack Benny, because somehow the Fred Allen and Jack Benny's got mixed up. It could be me, my problem. It could be the problems that they had on the shows when they were airing them or something. But this should line us all back up. And I would definitely listen to that second Jack Benny show. So I'm going to have the Jack Benny show from Halloween. And then we'll have the Fred Allen show that came on after that a few days later, right? And then we'll jump backwards and have the Jack Benny show from before Halloween, from the week before. And then next week we should be all on the correct episodes and everything. So hope you enjoy all of this, and we'll see you next time. Enjoy.
Well, hello again, podcast listeners. This is Buck Benny speaking. Well, it's been a while since I've done a podcast. The last one I did, I asked if people wanted me to continue doing podcasts as frequently, and if you wanted them to be long or short and things. And being as I stopped doing them after that, it would look like, boy, he must have had a lot of people email him that said not to do as long a podcast. Actually, no, that's not true. 100% of the responses were the longer the better, and the more frequent the better. So I'm like, whoa, okay. Anyway, but I think myself. There's got to be some people out there who haven't spoken up that would like them a little shorter, so I'm going to try and keep these things a little shorter. But anyway, also I misplaced my microphone for whatever, 4 days or something, so I couldn't even record a podcast if I wanted to. But now I found the microphone, and I just haven't had time the last couple days to record anything, so here we are. And what a great show to come in on. This is Jack Benny from the 1940 season, 70 years ago. And this is the Halloween show, and this is why I love to play these shows around the same time of year, because we just, of course, celebrated Halloween, and here's his Halloween show. I don't know exactly why he did it after Halloween, but that's when he decided to do it, and so that's when we're playing it too. Anyway, this is a fantastic episode because it features I love the episodes like this that feature all the players, just the bantering back and forth throughout the entire episode. Just really a nice one, really a great episode. The beginning bantering between Jack and Rochester is just really nice, really enjoyable. And then in this episode, you get what I always love. I don't know how much you guys love them, but I just love them to pieces. When Phil Harris and Mary Livingston sing songs together, so we get a nice duet with those two. And it fits Phil to a T, which is great. And then, of course, following that, you get another duet with Jack and Dawn doing the commercial together, singing a duet, and I always love those two. So this strikes me as one of the later ones with them doing a duet, and I may be all wet, I can't remember, but it seems like they did a lot of duets earlier on, in the 30s, but not so much in the 40s. So it's neat to hear a duet of them in the 40s. So I just hope you get a lot out of this episode, a lot of enjoyment. And I hope please don't fast forward through the songs, because they're, like I say, really nice songs this episode. And we will see you tomorrow for a fantastic Fred Allen show with a podcast that I just really wanted to bring home. How do I say it? I just really wanted to stress how much I am enjoying the Fred Allen shows on Fridays, and how many emails I get about the Fred Allen shows being just brilliant. And I found some new pictures to go with them. It's a great sounding Fred Allen show, so it's going to be really nice. So tune in tomorrow for Fred Allen, and enjoy Jack Benny tonight.